Hello, good day, guys. My name is Testimony. Here today we'll be dealing with biology UTME questions for Jambite. So, question one: the organelle responsible for energy production in a cell is the A. We have Golgi apparatus, mitochondrium, lysosomes, ribosome. So the correct option there is mitochondrium, and it is the powerhouse of a cell. It is responsible rather for production of energy in a cell. Number two, we have which of the following is a function of the nucleus? Protein synthesis, lipid production, genetic information storage, photosynthesis. So the correct option there is C, genetic information storage, and not photosynthesis, not lipid production, neither it is protein synthesis. Now let's explain further. Now that of Golgi apparatus modifies salt and package proteins and lipid for transport. Is that clear? For transportation. Now B, mitochondrial, the power. Yes, I said something pertaining to this the other time. Powerhouse of the cell produces ATP. What is the full meaning of ATP? Adenosine triphosphate. And this is through cellular respiration. And I believe you know the meaning of respiration is the exchange of gas within the environment. Is that clear? So that is it. And we have ribosome. They'll synthesize protein by linking amino acids together. So that is for number one. And for number two, protein synthesis. So this occur in the ribosomes and not nucleus. So ribosomes are, it is for protein synthesize. It synthesize protein, lipid production, and that is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It occurs that way. So genetic information storage, the nucleus is responsible for that. It stores what DNA, which carries what genetic instructions. So what about photosynthesis? This occur in chloroplast. Yes, in chloroplast. I believe you know the definition of photosynthesis. Sorry, is the manufacture of sugar in the green part of a plant containing chlorophyll. And what exactly is the green part of a plant that contain chlorophyll? That the green part of a plant contain the let me say the chloroplast. Is that clear? So chloroplast is present in the cell of a plant. Is that clear? So photosynthesis. So the chlorophyll is very important in the production of sugar, and carbon dioxide is very important in water. Is that clear? Because carbon dioxide and water need to react together in order to give glucose and our oxygen and ATP. Is that clear? So one of the first products of what photosynthesis is what glucose. That is a sugar, and again we have fructose also. So that is for that. Now, question 3: the smaller unit of life is A, organ, cell, tissue, organism. The correct option there is cell. Cell is the smallest structural and functional unit of life. So without cell, there's nothing like cell. So all the action being performed by we human being is as a result of the cells in us. Is that clear? So and the central of the cell is known as what? Nucleus, and which is it is storing center for what? Genetic information. Exactly. So question 4: ribosomes are mainly involved in protein synthesis, transport of substances, energy production, no, storage of food. The correct option there is A, that is protein synthesis. Ribosome synthesize protein in a cell. So organ, a collection of tissue working together. Yes, collection of tissues working together, like tissues like let's say at liver. Okay. And cell, I told you, is the smallest structural and functional unit of life. Without cell, there's nothing like life. Okay, so all these things are very much important. Tissue, a group of similar cells working together, that is working together for proper effectiveness. So that is for tissue. And organism, now the three main components of organisms are what? Cells, tissue, and what? Tissues and organs. Exactly. So without this main components, there is nothing like organisms. Okay, we have protein synthesis. Don't forget, ribosomes synthesize protein in the body, like transport of substance. What really transports what really aids the transport of what substance? That is endoplasmic reticulum. That is transport substances. Now, energy production, as I told you, this occur in the mitochondria. Okay, and sorry, storage of food. Vacuums store food and other substance. That is our control type vacuum. Exactly. The stores food and what other substances. Now let's go to question. Now, which of the following is a characteristics of prokaryotic cells? A. Presence of membrane-bound organelles. Presence of presence of a cell, a well-defined nucleus. Presence of mitochondria. Presence of endoplasmic reticulum. I think yes, that is that is the correct option. D. Presence of what? Endoplasmic reticulum. And the type of cell division responsible for growth and repair is mitosis. Yes, the correct option there is what? Mitosis is responsible for growth and repair. Exactly. So mitosis and what? Meiosis are cell division. Okay. So we now have binary fusion. No. Building. No. Now let's explain further. Presence of membrane organism. Yes. No. That is for eukaryotic cells. So what? Presence of mitochondria rather is the correct answer there. Presence of mitochondria, not endoplasmic reticulum. It was a mistake. No. So we have presence of endoplasmic. ER is found only in the eukaryotic cell. Now, mitosis, yes, correct answer there, produces two identical daughter cells for growth and repair. So, meiosis produces gametes, that is sperm and eggs, which have the chromosomes number. Okay, so binary, a type of let me say a type of asexual reproduction in bacteria. Budding. So what is budding? That is reproduction organism like yeast and hydra. So asexual reproduction in organism and which take place in what? Yeast and what? Hydra. Now let's go. A homozygous dominant genotype is represented as homozygous dominant. A, that is small letter A. The correct option there is AA. B, that is, oh yes, that is the correct. So that is AA is the homozygous dominant genotype. Genotype, that is AA. Exactly. So which of the following is an example of inheritance traits? That is what you inherited from your parents. Exactly. That is offspring from the what? From the parents. Now, tattoo on the skin, no, impossible. Tattoo can be what? Can be acquired from the environment. Exactly, can be acquired from the environment. Intelligence, no. This can be acquired. This can be acquired from the environment. That is what we call environmental factor in variation in population. Exactly. So we now have blood group. Yes, blood group can be inherited from the what? From the parents to their offspring. And we have language spoken. No, it can be acquired, it can be learned from the environment. Exactly. So these are like language spoken, intelligence, tattoo, that they are all self-development that you can easily acquire from your environment. So we now, yes, correct. We now have heterogeneous, carrying that is carrying both dominant and recessive. So this one is homozygous dominant carrying two dominant alleles. So the correct option there is AA. And for this now, the correct option is C, which is what? Blood group, determined by inherited genes from what? From parents. I told you the other time. So that is for that. Now let's go to another simple question. The scientist who proposed the theory of natural selection. A, we have Gregor Mendel. No. Charles Darwin. Yes. Jean Baptiste Lamarck. No. Carl Linnaeus. So this Linnaeus Carillius was the one that proposed the method of what? Classification, and he was the one that proposed the method known as what? Binomial system of what? Nomenclature. That is giving two names for one single or for a single organism. Okay, so the correct answer is Charles Darwin. He was the one that proposed the theory of what? Natural selection. So the probability of obtaining a recessive phenotype from a heterozygous cross is 100%. No, 75, 50, 25%. So the correct option there is D, 25% is the probability of obtaining a recessive phenotype from a heterozygous cross. Okay, so that is we have Now, Gregor Mendel, father of genetics, so none for experiments on pea plants. So this is Gregor Mendel is the father of genetics, and it's really carry out his experiments on what, on pea plants. Okay, now pear plants rather. Now, Charles Darwin proposed the theory of natural selection in his book on the origin of species, and Jean Baptiste Lamarck proposed the theory of acquired characteristics. And the last one, Caris Linus, developed the binomial, yes, I told you the other time, binomial system of nomenclature, that is for classifying organisms. So last one is what? Is 25%, is that clear? So in a typical Punnett scale, that is A, we have dominant and recessive. By dominant and recessive, the probability of the recessive offspring is what, is 25%. And you can easily go through the what question again. Okay, so and glance through the question for more better understanding. So I still remain your tutor uh, testimony by name. I'm coming up with physics. Okay, so very soon I'm going to drop the one for physics. Okay, whereby we are going to calculate, we're going to do some calculations and let you know what it's really involved to, to really know the how to answer physics very fast. Okay, so that is it. I still remain your guide testimony. We meet in our next lesson. Thanks.